You are now listening to the Q&E Podcast.
Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddammit!
What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Q&E Podcast, and you're here with your boy Q Hicks right now. And I got Eggert on the other line. Eggert, tell the people what's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Q&E Podcast. Today, we are reviewing the season finale of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, man. It came with almost everything we wanted. I wanted a few more bodies to drop. Sure. Definitely underwhelming with that. But the whole scheme of how I forgot the title of the episode, by the way, but the scheme they had with the bags, trying to get Dante under the impression they were killing Lorenzo and everything. It was a good plot, and I like the way they set it up for season 3. They left a lot of stuff open. The DEA agent, from the original Power, she see a picture of Tariq after Mecca gets shot or whatever. So it's a lot to look forward to for the next season.
One of the biggest takeaways I had after watching that episode is that Brayden has to be the realest character in Power history, bro. Like, I don't care what anybody has done in Power Book 1, Raising Kanan, any of that. The way he stood in the paint for Tariq, after all of what Tariq has done, bro, even after giving that photo to Tate and blackmailing his dad, like, after all of that, this man was still willing to ride for you that hard and get you off that case, get it dismissed. Brayden is the realest nigga in Power history, bro. That's all I gotta say about Brayden, bro. And I don't know what's going to happen with his character. I don't know if he's going to just leave, because I know he got kicked out of the school, or his parents took him out of school. So I don't know if he's going to be around the show anymore. But we need more Brayden. After that, we need more Brayden, bro. I need more, bro. I don't want him to just leave your Power forever.
I don't think he's leaving forever. I think they just had him leave, just to end the season on kind of like oh wow, what's gonna happen with Brayden note. But I definitely see him coming back for season 3. Now that he's not in school, maybe he may get more active with the drug action now, or whatever Tariq got planned. Because Tariq said in this episode, hey, I'm trying to get clean. I'm not trying to be on all that no more. But you're gonna be in a situation now where you can't lead the game, bro. You're too deep in this shit, bro. Once you get 2 bodies, you're way too deep in the game at this point.
And this is the thing about Tariq, and this kind of shows you the difference of Tariq and Ghost. I know Tariq is still earlier in his stages, but Ghost would have had somebody else handle like the drug side while he's still collecting money from that. But on like in front of everybody else, Tariq would have been growing his empire, growing as a businessman in front of the public. Him trying to juggle both is not going to be right. If he was real, he would have ended up, I know there is still in the process of like getting a new connect and all of that right now. But I feel like next season, he should really dish that off to somebody like a Brayden, dish that off to somebody like a Effie, so he can just become a straight up businessman. So he doesn't really have to touch that, and he won't be connected to that anymore. Because the DEA agent, Agent Rodriguez, is going to be looking for you now. You already know Jenny going to be looking for you even more, because they know you are involved with drugs. You want to keep your name as far as away from that as possible. So he needs to have somebody else handle the drugs with Monet while he becomes a businessman. I think that needs to be the thing moving forward in season 3.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll kind of walk in his father's footsteps a little bit of trying to turn legit, as far as not saying he wasn't, but, try to reestablish that brand of just being an upstanding student, upstanding young person. I think he's going to try and rebuild that brand and be forced to still be in that life. So I definitely think we're going to get Brayden back. We're definitely going to get more Effie, since they both getting tight now.
But hold on.
That
how
shit
long
crazy
is that gonna last, though? Yeah, how long is that gonna last?
How long that's going to last.
How long is that going to last? Oh, go ahead.
It's crazy. I don't know if Lauren dead, bro. I know everybody's saying she's dead and everything.
Bro, what you mean she not dead?
I don't know.
Oh, bro. You don't think they got a body?
They ain't got no body. The same shit they said. The same way they're trying to say Ghost isn't dead because there was no body shown or whatever. I feel like they're kind of making me think the same thing about Lauren. We did not see what happened to Lauren when Effie put her in that car. They left it in the air like, damn, did she just knock her out and just take her to wherever, like off the grid? Or did she actually kill this girl and not shower and get into bed with Tariq? That's all I'm saying. It's still in the air.
But if you're Lauren, you wouldn't go along with that plan though of just like fake my death type of thing, because your future was too bright and too promising to have something to have it just end over a certain case when Tariq told you everything was going to be all good. I feel like that was like too sudden, and that just wouldn't make any sense. Her future was too bright to just be dead and just gone, and just we never see Lauren again, or she just somewhere just hiding for now. Her parents don't know what's going on. Like, nah, she dead. She's dead, and it would make sense. And I feel like Tariq would end up finding out from Brayden somehow, because I think Brayden is the only one that knows about Effie even being around Lauren. So
Brayden don't know what happened either. Brayden don't even know what happened for real.
But he knows it's a certain car accident. Did she framed it, obviously.
Yeah. He knows that he knows whatever happened, Effie is responsible. But at the end of the day, even Brayden doesn't know what really happened. The only person who knows the truth is Lauren and Effie, and Lauren is supposedly dead or off of the grid. And we're going with the notion that she's dead based off of what
I'm going with
the attorney said. So
I'm going with what she did, because it wasn't just the attorney. Somebody else ended up saying that she was dead by the end of the episode. So I'm like, two people said it. I'm assuming that a body was found at the Sack said something like that too. So I'm assuming a body was found if she was found dead, you know what I'm saying? In a car accident, you would assume a body would still be there, unless it was just like some up in flames type of thing. But we really didn't get any sort of notion. But I'm gonna just assume she's dead for now. But I just want to know how he's going to find out and how long this relationship of Effie is going to last. I know we all like Effie, she fine as hell, but this might be coming to a hard stop, abrupt stop sooner than later, bro. Because we all know Tariq has to find out, bro. He's going to be worried about her. He might be okay with the notion of, she died in a car accident, like for a couple of episodes, but then he's going to realize like some foul play was involved.
Yeah, I think she should have did like I said. Should have got with Bruce Chandria. That's who my dog should have been with. Shout out to light skin Keisha. My dog should have been with Bruce Chandria this whole time. That's what we needed.
Man, he couldn't juggle all four. She couldn't juggle all four. Or you just about dumping Lauren and
he could have dropped Lauren and just talked to Bruce Chandria. It would have worked. It would have worked.
Possible.
And I feel like Bruce Chandria got more street smarts anyway. She would have knew how to handle certain situations. Lauren was just so green and shit, and it's just like I don't even know why Tariq got involved with her with certain shit. Because it's like, bro, you have to fake all of who you are. You can't be honest with her about anything. With Bruce Chandria, somebody like Bruce Chandria, she peep game. She know what's up for real. So I feel like that would have worked.
But with the way Carrie manipulated Lauren, I feel like she could have manipulated Bruce Chandria the same way of like, your future is at risk. Like, you don't want to go down this path, risking it for a dude like Tariq. Like, that's not the way. I feel like she would have fell for the same thing with the Wire situation. So the schoolgirl act, I feel like, would have come to an end like we seen with Lauren if it was Bruce Chandria too. So I don't know. But let's go back to the point you made earlier, which Dante got, bro. But he was connected to Detective Rodriguez, bro. That was so interesting, and I like what they're doing the last couple of episodes of actually giving you payoff from the original Power and getting a couple of callbacks. We seen last episode it was a hint at Lobos, and now we see that he was connected to Agent Rodriguez, and she played a huge part in the last couple of seasons, if I'm remembering correctly, in the original Power. She was really hounding Ghost. She was hounding Tariq, and she was hounding Tommy as well. So I don't know what role she will play, but she obviously got the picture of Tariq. So she's gonna be up in the mix once again in season 3.
I think it's crazy how I wonder how they're gonna do this though, because me and Denisha were talking about it because she watched the season finale with me. She only watched like a couple of episodes, I think. She didn't watch the whole season, but we were wondering how that photo was gonna hold up much evidence. But
where was that photo from, though?
It was the camera in the hotel lobby or suite, whatever the hell he was staying in, whatever complex he was staying in. It was the camera pointed at the entry desk. So the only person who can get on the stand and testify about that is the person at the front desk. And Mecca is the only Dante, I should say, is the only person in that entire complex that has a direct line to the front desk like that, to where they can't get up there unless they get clearance. But the only way that's going to happen is if the front doorman testifies that that's where he sent Tariq, because Tariq wiped all the cameras out from Dante's apartment. So there's no evidence of him actually being there. All you got is that photo of him at the front desk, and that shit easy to beat.
And I feel like it's going to be like a Whitman situation for Rodriguez as well. Like, even if she gets more evidence that it was somebody else, she's just going to be honed in on Tariq. So it can be a situation where, like, the doorman tells him that somebody else was in Dante's apartment before Tariq even showed up. And she's going to be like, nah, I don't give a damn what you're talking about. It was definitely Tariq. And Tariq has a past with us. I know Tariq. It was definitely Tariq St. Patrick that killed Dante. I feel like she's going to have that, even though it was clearly Monet, because he wasn't even up in at the apartment yet. Like, that shit was quick. Man, but I love the scheme that we got in this episode too, because what we predicted kind of came true, because we thought it was going to be a situation where Dante was going to kill Lorenzo and then Monet was going to kill Mecca, but she ended up having Mecca and the kids in on the whole thing. That kind of surprised me, because an episode ago you was thinking this man was trying to kill you. Now you calling him up talking about some like Mecca trying to kill you. I'm warning you about your death. I'm like, damn, didn't he try to kill you not too long ago? I'm just like, I don't know. I felt like that shit was just a little too quick in going in Lorenzo's direction.
But she knew it wasn't him. I feel like she knew it wasn't him though, bro. Like, because when that happened, when they drove by around her, Dante and Zeke, and started shooting, remember, like I said, like, Dante was real hesitant to answer that question when she said, "Do you know who that was?" Like, he had to come up with a lie quick and say it was Lorenzo.
But I'm not talking about that scene. I'm talking about the scene where it was the episode where the secret came out. And you remember when you ended up saying he told Monet to get out, and you said that he was giving off like killing energy. So I was like, didn't he still want to kill you? Even if that situation with Zeke wasn't Lorenzo, he still gave off the vibe like he wanted to kill you a couple of episodes ago, and now that's just like completely scrapped. Now you're trying to save him. It's just like, whoa, like, you should be high-key okay with Lorenzo being out the way. Yeah, like, you should be okay with Lorenzo being out the way, because he was messing up your flow anyway, because he was messing up your business. You had the good thing going with Tariq. He was interrupting all of that. So I thought you wanted to get him out the way, but I guess because he's your husband, your father of your kids, you want to save him. But I'm just like, that was kind of quick.
They did kind of jump that a little bit, but I do understand it. Like you said, father of the kids, Kane was having a hard time. Bro, Kane is so aggravating, bro. I need you to kill your father. You can't just ask me to do something like that. That's my dad. Tariq killed his dad. That pussy ass nigga killed his father. I bet. Why? I can do it better. Like,
and bro, he froze up too, though. He froze up.
He froze up. Bro, he was in on the plan that he didn't actually have to do it, and he was still shaking just off of the thought of, damn.
He didn't know. He didn't know that though, bro. Because remember, Monet didn't tell him that he didn't have to kill his father. Because you remember, Tariq told him at the scene, like, yeah, don't shoot him, don't kill him. Like, that's not a part of the plan. So he really didn't know. He thought he was going to have to kill him. And a lot of people are not built like Tariq. Like, a lot of people would have been like Kane and froze up in that situation. Tariq is a different level of beast, bro. I realized that at the end of Power. Like, bro, to kill your father like that in cold blood. And when you look back at that season too, and look back at the whole series of Power, it's just like, it still doesn't make any sense why he killed Ghost. But that's when you realize Tariq don't give a damn about nobody. He a real nigga. So Kane, even though Kane has bodies on his hit list, he ain't got the balls like Tariq, bro. He just don't. It just is real, what it
bro.
is.
He may be older than him, but man, you don't know who real out here for real. Like, it's easy to say you'll do some shit till you in that position, and then we see who will and who won't. Yeah,
and then we get later in the episode where Zeke gets killed by Lorenzo, bro. This is one of the craziest scenes, bro, I think I've ever seen in Power, because it was just so weird why Lorenzo would pop up at Dante's apartment like that, pop up by the plan. It's just like, weren't you in on the plan that Monet was gonna kill Mecca? Why
he did not give a damn. He didn't care about the plan, bro. All this man wanted to do was kill the man that got his wife pregnant and had a baby. That's all his mind was on. He was okay with the plan, he was okay with the plan enough to get Dante in a spot where he might be by himself, because that's what Lorenzo was thinking. He was like, all right, I'll go with the plan, because I'll have my moment where I can be the one to kill this dude. And that's all Lorenzo was thinking about, which dumbass decision of him just assuming that this person getting on the plane is Dante. How can you assume
that was
it's
so
Dante,
aggravating, bro? That was so aggravating, bro.
He's like, yeah, come on, Mecca, come on, Mecca. I'm like, bro, he's not with Monet. He doesn't have anybody around him security-wise. Like, you just thought this dude by himself get on the plane and leave. Like, it just, bro, he was as stupid as hell in that situation.
No thinking, and this is why I was not mad when the plan at first was to kill Lorenzo, because I'm just like, he makes too many dumb ass decisions where you're just asking why, and he was interrupting Monet. I'm just like, get this man out of here for real, for real. I'm not mad if you get Lorenzo out of the picture. I really wasn't. And for him to do that, Monet finna be on his ass, my nigga, because she gonna find out eventually.
He gotta die. He gotta die within the first 2 episodes of season 3. If he lives past any more than the first 2 episodes, I'm gonna be pissed.
Because how long is it really going to take for somebody to figure out that Lorenzo was there and that he killed Zeke?
It shouldn't take no longer than episode 1.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't take that long for them to realize, like, you know what I'm saying, who was here, you know what I'm saying, camera footage. How long is it really going to take for them to find this man?
Exactly.
And for Zeke to die, bro. But did Zeke have any more relevance to the show, though, with him not going to the NBA? I feel like this was like a good time in the show for him to be killed.
Yeah. It was a good time because, like you said, he's not going to the NBA. He wasn't cool with the plan of going with them out of the country or whatever if they were to do that, which I feel like
he changed his mind. Well, I look like he did about to change his mind.
He did change his mind, but knowing Monet and knowing that family, wherever they go, I feel like they're going to try and do illegal shit to get money. And Zeke he doesn't have, we all joke about him not having the smarts, but he just doesn't also seem interested in doing that. Like, he's really passionate about just playing basketball, staying out the way, and you can't do that in this family. So I feel like in this situation, he had to die.
But with him having no talents, I feel like he would have reverted to the drugs because you can't do anything else. Like, you got to be a part of the family business at this point.
Oh no,
we just can't be out here doing nothing.
Nah, we can't no dumbass nigga. Everybody in the family is smart, bro. Everybody. Kane just a hothead, but Kane ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Drew is smart. Diane she probably the smartest out of everybody. And then you got Zeke over here. You want Zeke to handle the money? No. You want Zeke to handle the product distribution? Oh no. He just stay at home, just play the game, and just make sure nobody come in the house. That's all you do.
But the one thing about Zeke, though, at some point during this episode, he did say that the Kings, they weren't as high on him as they once were, but they were still interested in drafting him, even with knowing his age. So it was still an opportunity for him to go to the NBA, but it was just like a less likely chance than what it would have been if he went earlier. But yeah, that was a crazy situation, bro.
Let's say they did a situation where next season they do like Dante Plant just without him, obviously. And this is me assuming they kill Lorenzo and they go out of the country. Let's say they go to Spain. Zeke decides to go with them. Zeke can't get into the NBA, but he walks on and he plays for like the Spain team overseas or something like that. That could be some cool shit that they do. But it was something else I wanted to say about Lorenzo. I just thought it was hilarious how he got quiet as fuck anytime Zeke name was mentioned. Like, that shit had me crying.
Look, he looked so suspicious. You talking about at the end of the episode?
Yeah,
bro, he looked so suspicious, bro. I'm just like, bro, they gonna find out eventually that you killed this dude, bro. They gonna find out, even though it wasn't intentional. They gonna put 2 and 2 together. You quiet, you was there, you weren't here, type of thing.
And I think it was. I think they poked on the fact with Zeke getting killed. I think they poked on the fact of once you involved in this life, you cannot have anything to do with this shit. You just being involved. Bullets don't have names, bro. Anybody can catch one. And that was the worry Tariq had about Lauren. And Lauren was actually involved for real because she wearing a wire around people. So just imagine like her getting killed by Kane or something and Tariq having to deal with that burden. You know, now Monet, even though Lorenzo was the one that did it, Monet might be with that burden like, damn, like all I wanted was for my son to go to the NBA or whatever, and he gets caught up in this life that I'll try to keep him away from out of everybody. So I think it's just, I thought it was cool how they pointed on that fact of like, it could be the people that ain't got shit to do with this life, but just the fact that they know you and involve that little bit, they got a chance of getting killed too.
And will we see a little spiral from Tariq? Because I don't think at this moment he knows. Oh, I guess Sax told him at the end of the episode. But do you foresee like a spiral from him? Because he did love Lauren, and I feel like he thinks he's responsible for her death. So it's gonna be like, damn, he might not be as motivated as he once was. He'll still be a businessman, but not as motivated because he lost somebody so close to him over the game.
I don't think he loved Lauren in a sense of like, damn, my girl dead, but he loved her enough to where he cared about her well-being at all times. So I think he'll spiral a little bit, but not to the point to where he just fucking up on his moves or whatever. He will be pissed though when he finds out the truth, but he ain't gonna spiral like that hard.
And do we see a Effie death? Is that it? I mean, once he finds out,
she liable to get killed. With knowing Tariq, she liable to get killed. I won't be too surprised if he just like cut her off and don't want to deal with her no more. But I also won't be surprised if we kill her just because we know how Tariq is.
I won't be surprised if they drag that out and that be like an underlying storyline throughout the entire season 3, where he's just messing with Effie, and like Effie just has this secret that only her and Brayden kind of know, and it's like Brayden has to keep the secret from Tariq. So like when they're around each other, they talk about it, but when Tariq walk in the room, it's like awkward silence type of thing. I won't be surprised if that's like an underlying storyline, so they could kick it for this whole season, but by the end of season 3, it's like, oh, you did what? Like, oh, I got to cut you off, or you got to get knocked off, you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he. Unless she gets implemented into the game, like where she's connected with Monet, and what I said before of him being separated, being a businessman, and she's like being the liaison for him, like Brayden was, being somebody who runs the drug through Stansfield, because he told her during this episode, like, you should transfer to Stansfield, like, I want you to be here close to me, type of thing. So it's like we could foresee that coming in next season too. So I don't know if she's the liaison. He might not kill her, but it might be like some definitely some awkwardness and some tension there.
It's definitely gonna get drug out for at least 6 to 7 episodes. I think they'll do like you said, and they'll play on it to where her and Brayden have moments throughout the season that they're just talking to each other, trying to figure out how the truth is going to come out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then around maybe episode 6, episode 7, when we're getting pretty deep into stuff, then that's when Tariq will find out. And before the season ends, like you said, we'll see whether he made the decision to kill her or just cut her off and don't want anything to do with her.
Okay. How will Monet find out about Zeke?
Oh shit! She's just gonna question everybody. She's gonna question everybody in the house, and Lorenzo just.
Oh, so you're gonna immediately assume that she thinks it's somebody from the house?
Yes. She ain't gonna think it's somebody from the house, but she's gonna know somebody in here is responsible for what happened, because there's no way none of us knew where Zeke was. Apparently, coincidentally, none of us was talking to Zeke. None of us saw Zeke right before he died. She's gonna have questions, and she's gonna ask in the house before she asks anywhere else, just knowing Monet. So I feel like Lorenzo gonna slip up, and he not gonna know how to answer her questions, and him being shaky is gonna be the reason why she like, you know more shit than what you're saying.
Do you remember the people that Drew and Kane were fighting earlier in this episode? The like Mecca's like henchmen, really. I think Lorenzo would be smart to blame it on them as the people to kill Zeke, because you see they had some beef. Mecca was on to the whole scheme that they had. It's just like you could easily put it on them, and you just be like put all of your emotion toward those two, try to kill those two, and like point that in a different direction as not to be Lorenzo or anybody in the family. They will be, or Lorenzo would be smart to do that and point in their direction, because they have motivation to kill or at least injure the family at least. And I think they knew Zeke was a part of the Tejada family. So it would make sense, after getting beat up, oh, let's go ahead and kill one of their family members to send a message or something like that. That's who they should really blame it on if they were smart, or if Lorenzo was smart.
Only reason I don't want that, because let's say they do that, we got to stick with Lorenzo for like majority of the season. Like, true, for what? True. Like, what else would we hang on to him for if it wasn't for that? Like, that's why I say within the first 2 episodes at least, you gotta just knock Lorenzo off, please.
Because I feel like the first couple of episodes are more so set up, and we don't really see anybody get killed early in the season. So I'm predicting that he's going to find out some sort of way to prolong his life. I think he does die early in season 3, but he'll scheme up something to prolong his life for a little minute. But this is why I agree with your Lorenzo point, because they have no product. My next question is, how would Tariq and Monet get more product? Because right now they're sitting like ducks.
Yeah, course correct did. So
And then what's the name was getting his money? This Dante was getting drugs from the government, so you really don't have any connection to the government at all.
yeah.
So who are you gonna get it from
So,
for real at this
well,
point?
don't they still have what they
That
robbed
they
Dante
stole.
for, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got some product. They got enough product to start up and just get a little pocket change to keep them straight for the meantime. But how are they gonna find a plug for new product? Damn. Like I said, if you go overseas, let Zeke play basketball again, but this time professionally, and you find some overseas type plug and try to get international with it, that could be a cool twist that we see.
But Zeke dead,
But
though.
then again, oh yeah, that's right. Shit, Zeke dead. Shit.
This nigga forgot Zeke.
Damn. No, bro, because it was like his death wasn't supposed to happen. Lorenzo really pissed me off with that. I'm over here thinking Zeke alive.
It was, bro. It was like he unnecessary. It's like, bro, everybody. I feel like everybody watching knew it was Zeke getting out that car. It's just like, what are you doing,
we all
bro?
knew.
You about to kill? It's like, what are you doing? You about to kill Zeke, bro? You about to kill Zeke? And then you heard him scream at the end. You heard him scream when he got shot. I was
he
like,
didn't even wait. He didn't even wait for a dude to pull his hood. He just knew it was Mecca. I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me you finna do this dumbass shit. But going overseas, trying to get an international plug, that should be fire, bro. I feel like that'll be fire. Wherever they go, if they still decide to go overseas and use Dante money, because they ain't find the bag. I don't think Tariq ever told them where the bag was yet. But when Tariq and he ain't got no opportunity to get that $2 million anymore. So I don't know if he's gonna give up the location of the bag.
True. And what I would say, they go back to their old plug, because I don't think they have any beef with their old plug. I don't think. And that's when Canes ended up switching the product and turned it into sugar. But I don't think it's any real beef. I feel like if you pay them all from what they lost in that transaction, they will continue to be your connect moving forward. So that, I feel like, should be the plan. But I feel like a bigger name in whether it's the government or bigger name in like being a kingpin will show up and be their connect, and they have to answer to him. So and my next thing is Tate. Tate slides in to run as congressman. He had that little conversation with the current congressman, and we had Sweeney at the table. He ended up smiling in his face. So the question I had is, will he be the Stern? Stern is who we seen earlier in the season talk to Whitman. He was the old white man, and we know Stern from Power as well. He was like the rich white man who also invested in Ghost businesses, and he was somebody who got Ghost out of trouble. Will Tate be the Stern to Tariq moving forward?
I could see that, but here's the thing. Tate is somebody, if I scratch your back, you damn sure better scratch mine. And I think it's going to be a situation where if Tariq comes to him for favors, he's going to ask for shit that he knows is damn near impossible for Tariq to pull off. That's the only problem I see with Tate moving into that kind of character. It's like, what are you going to ask for people to do for you if they ask favors from you?
I feel like you would have to do something with a business that Tariq wants to start up. It has to have something to do with a business, some sort of connection there. Like, okay, like if I invest here, you can do this for me outside of the business. It's going to be some sort of connection, but he will play a big part because we already know that the Agent Rodriguez is on Tariq's head at this point. He can be somebody that gets Tariq out of that sort of trouble. Like, it is good to have people in high places like Tate and like Stern from the original Power. So Tate will still be around and still play a huge character in season 3. And Davis finally talked to his brother for the third time this season. Last time I think was season 5 or episode 5. We got another and he actually confirmed that it was a switcheroo. And earlier in the episode, Sax hinted at some evidence that the person that ended up killing whoever, when they blamed the evidence on, and they accused my man brother. I'm blanking on his brother name. You remember his brother name?
Yeah, I forgot his brother. No, I forgot.
Yeah, so Davis's brother, they said he was.
Well, we'll just say Red Man. We'll just say Red Man.
Red Man's character. They ended up saying that he was 4 inches taller. And what do you know? Method Man is 4 inches taller. So he was the one who did the murderer, and they are doing a switcheroo at the moment. So that was confirmed. So that would be a big season 3 storyline. Do you see anything coming from that?
I do, because if he tries to get opportunity for his brother to fight for his freedom, he kept telling him, bro, like, if I go to trial and I try to get out early, or I try to get on probation or whatever, a lot of stuff gonna open up that your name gonna be on, and it's a situation where are you gonna try and get your brother out with the risk of you getting in, or are you just gonna let your brother do the bid that he told you he'll take for you? So I don't know. Davis got a big decision to make coming up though, because his brother tell him like, bro, I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'll do the bid. I ain't got no problem.
But I understand what Davis is trying to do, bro. But he got to leave well enough alone, because that's why he doesn't want to be a part of the trial. He wanted Saxe to be a part of that, so Saxe can handle it, and they don't put 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, your brother is 4 inches taller. Was he the one who did this the whole time? Like, he don't want him to they don't want him to put the 2 and 2 together. It's a conflict of interest there as well. So that's why he's giving it to Saxe. But that's going to be a huge thing in season 3. It's going to get close to being, they're going to find out that it's Method Man. They're going to get close to finding out. But I feel like his brother might, if it gets too close, his brother's going to kill himself, because he doesn't want to see Davis in jail. Whoa. It's going to get that close where they find out, because, bro, think about the evidence. He's 4 inches taller. That's easily going to point to, oh, my brother. Oh, geez, he's 6'3", I'm 5'11" type of thing. They're going to look at Davis like, oh, you took the bid for your brother. He don't want Davis to go to jail, or before they end up finding out all of the evidence, he's going to kill himself. It's like, oh, we can't do anything. It's a mistrial. It's dismissed type of thing. And that's what Davis got to be left with. That would be real. Oh, my God. That would be real, bro.
Damn, that's a big theory. That's a big theory,
one,
bro.
That's a big one. That's a big
Red
one,
Man
bro.
character killing himself in the prison cell? That's crazy.
Because they're going to get close to finding out, bro. They're going to get close.
That's crazy.
They're going to get close. A lot of
I don't know if it's going to get that close to where he want to kill himself. I don't know.
He's going to be like, bro, I can't have you take the bid, bro. I got to kill myself so it can be done. It can be dismissed. Because how else is it going to be done? Are they just going to say
that's not
evidence?
That's not really helping nobody at this point. They ain't helping nobody. You should have just stayed there and kept doing the bid.
But that's the point. That's why I said Davis should leave well enough alone, because they're going to get close to finding out that it's him. And if they get close, Red Man is not going to allow his brother to go to jail, bro. He'll rather go to the extreme lengths of killing himself than see his brother in jail. So it's just like, it is what it is. Because a lot of evidence will be pointing to Davis.
Between the two of them, Davis is the only one who really, I guess, wanted to do law or like have
potential. So
if they do switch, it's like you're switching just for him to be out here just living a regular. I mean, you want him to be free, but he's just out here living a regular life. You are out here actually chasing your dreams, fulfilling your dreams, and making money with this shit. So it ain't like a situation where if y'all switch, he could finally be a lawyer too or whatever. Like, no, he's just gonna be out living a regular life.
He just feels guilty for what's happening because his brother did not do it. It's just the guilt that's gnawing at him at this point. But it's going to get too close for Davis, bro. Moving on, will Brayden be back for season 3?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, he may not be back. Like, he may not be back in like the very first episode, but we gonna get Brayden again for sure.
I agree. Brayden will be back for season 3. And the Jenny and Saxe partnership relationship that's going on was interesting. What did he say to Jenny in those last scenes that they were together?
I think he was gonna help her fight for Lauren, I believe it was. Fight to figure out what happened to Lauren, I think. Because she felt bad and guilty about Lauren getting killed. The same way Tariq feels like he put her in the situation for that to happen. Jenny also feels the same way. Maybe if she never got her to wear the wire, maybe if she never got her to go to trial or anything like that, maybe this wouldn't have happened. And I think Saxe is gonna put his career on the line, I think, because she said something like you could lose your license or something like that, because I think the main theme of their conversation was it shouldn't be about, just leaving well enough alone. Like, the goal is to fight for people's rights or fight for people to get their freedom and all that. If you ain't doing it for that, then are you really doing this shit for real? So Saxe might do some shit where he might put his career on the line to help Jenny because he loved her that much. So we got to see.
And it's like, Sax, do you really love this girl? I don't even bang with Sax for us, so I'm mad they're giving him this storyline for real. I understand that he's an enemy, but Sax, do you even love this girl for real? You was just fucking her earlier in the season just to fuck her. Now you in love? Come on, Sax, bro. Come on, Sax. You done did a lot of dumb shit over the years. I don't know Sax for a long time, but this is some of your dumbest shit, bro. Oh my God. If this shit backfire on my nigga, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I swear to God. And I think that's all I had to talk about for the season finale.
I was gonna say the most emotional part of the season for me, and we're definitely gonna see them again. I told y'all Tasha was coming back. We was gonna see Tasha in this season. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all we was gonna see Tasha this season, but bro, that shit hurt me, bro. When Yasmin got the car, my bro Tariq couldn't even roll the window down, bro. Sat's like, you can't do it. They gotta act like you just don't even exist. And my dog just had to look through the window. She knew he was in the car though. She knew.
Yeah. Will she play a big part though? She got Yaz, Will Tariq end up finding a way back to her type of thing.
I don't.
Because I think it could take a little minute before they get back to him. I think it could take a little minute
because they have to reload. So I think they're going to be in a situation where Tariq might not know. But an interesting point somebody made on Twitter, that teddy bear that Tariq gave Yasmin might have a tracker in it. So even though they're relocating, he might still be able to find them because of that teddy bear. That was just a point I saw somebody make on Twitter. So even if witness protection tried to say, hey, they're relocating, you won't be able to talk to them again, he might find a way to them. I don't think Tasha will be like helping him with anything because she has Yaz now and that's her priority. But we're definitely going to see them again too.
Yeah, and I was happy to see Tasha, man. Happy to see Tasha. She better not come out. She better not pop out. You know what I'm saying? Because Tommy's still looking for her. And we see that Tommy show just came out soon. So she better not pop up too close to Chicago or Tommy gonna find her ass. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. And I think that's all I had to talk about for the recap, bro. Anything else?
What else? Hey, they asked with that preview for the season finale last week. I just swore Everett was gonna be the one that got shot.
I swear that was Everett on the ground. It wasn't
anybody that we thought it was gonna be. I thought it might have been I thought it might have been Lorenzo. I think either you or me said it was gonna be Everett, possibly. Yeah, everybody else except who the person was actually on the ground.
It was some random from Mecca crew. I'm like, what?
I was like, bro, what? And I think they edited out. Did they edit out Kane standing next to Drew? Or was Kane standing next to Drew?
I showed you that last week. It was Kane standing next to him.
You did.
Yeah, it was Kane next to standing. So it was new. And it's funny because I was like, my prediction coming true because he ended up telling Everett to meet him or something like that. So I was like, Everett gonna see something he ain't supposed to see, and Drew gonna have to do him in. I'm like, I see Everett walk off. I was like, so he's not gonna be killed, or is he gonna come back? I'm like, oh my God.
What made me mad was the fact Everett didn't walk away that far to not hear Drew getting jumped. That's what made me upset. Because for real, bro, this is what I thought. This is really what I thought. I'm thinking, okay, even though he might not kill Everett at this point, when Mecca's crew came out to jump Drew in the parking lot, when they started beating his ass, I'm thinking, oh, okay, Everett might come back because they were taking too long, like just showing Drew getting his ass beat. I'm like, somebody finna come help him. Everett finna turn around and he finna hear it and he finna come save him. And then maybe that's how Everett dies or whatever. And then he might kill the person like that killed Everett or whatever with the gun pointing down scene. Everett was just deaf. Everett was deaf walking down the street. And then...
he heard exactly. He heard exactly what was going on and said, "That's none of my business." He just walked away. He just walked away, bro. He just walked away. Can't blame him at all, man. But yeah. We got power. We got power book. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say I don't know what's gonna happen with Diane though. I don't think we really got a closing point with her.
We really didn't. I think she's just a part of the family type of thing. But Power Book 4 reviews will be coming next week. We're gonna record episodes 1 and 2 together, so definitely check that out. That is Tommy's show, man. So definitely excited to see Tommy in Chicago in a new location. We also got Snowfall coming at the end of the month, and we have Moon Knight coming out in March 30th. So definitely continue to stick with us for all of these reviews, man. And Edgar, you can hit it with the social media.
You can follow us on Twitter at QE Podcast 1. You can follow us on Instagram at QANDE Podcast. You can follow and like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel at QAndSignE Podcast. And our Gmail is QANDEPodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and you can subscribe to the Q&E Media page. That is QANDEmedia.com. Follow the Instagram page, QANDE Media, and the Twitter page is QE Media. Subscribe to the Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. We appreciate you guys for listening, and we out. Peace.